the Pats cut it 19-7 in the fourth quarter, and you're like, all right, then they get a 3 and out. You're like, all right, they've got an opportunity here. And then May threw, he had 3 turnovers in the game, but the interception into triple coverage was god awful. Even Collinsworth on the broadcast, who's generally a positive dude, was like, I don't know why he threw that. I don't know what he possibly saw. And maybe you feel like you got to make a play, but you felt like at 19-7, they get a 3 and out. All right, like they've got a chance here. If they could score again or even make it a field goal. The other thing at 19-7 that was bizarre, nobody involved with New England had their best day. I don't know why Vrabel doesn't go for 2 there. 19-7 is an auto go for 2. Make it 11, then it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, but if you go for it, you don't get it.
Right.
The way I look at this thing, man, that defense of Seattle, I never thought the Patriots were going to go on a scoring this barrage because the defense was too good. Their left tackle sucks. Their offensive line could not block the front 4. When you get pressure with 4, ball game is over for the other team.
Totally. New England ends up with 3 turnovers. Seattle's got a clean sheet. Darnold wasn't great, but good enough. Completed about 50% of his passes, threw for 200
completions,
yards,
he was
touchdown.
Awful. But for him to not get sacked all those times when they had pressure on him and don't turn the ball over.
Not turning it over.
I think he was magical getting away from trouble. Because they brought pressure on him.
Yeah.
They got to him. He did not give up the sack. He did not give up he didn't throw any interceptions. And when you can take care of stuff like that, you're going to be okay.
Kenneth Walker, you can't say enough about the performance he had. He was really phenomenal and set the tone early, often. He finished 27 for 135, 5 yards per carry, had a 30-yard run. But early on in this game, when there was really no offense for either side, Kenneth Walker was showing up.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a good job of just sticking with the run because they knew it was working.
Hey, finally a coach who gets it. Yes, this is a passing league. They make the rules for it. But if you can't stop my running back, I am going to feed him to you all day. What happens in that situation is I go down the field. Your defense stays on the field. We keep possession of the ball. We also taking time off the clock. And in that game, when you're sitting up there and you get 3 points, then your defense destroys their offense. You get 3 points. Your defense does the same thing. You are now playing, that game is all in your hands. And but we have too many coordinators in this league that would have started throwing it around the yard. No, run the damn football. They can't stop it, you feed it to them.
I think also, as much as it is a passing league and people say you got to hire offensive coaches, like everything has to be geared towards the offense, and maybe this is anecdotal, maybe it's too small of a sample size, the last 2 Super Bowl winners have been elite defenses with a really strong run game. Jalen Hurts and Sam Darnold probably aren't Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and they've won the last 2 Super Bowls. And the Eagles' D just completely shut down Kansas City 2 seasons ago, and Seattle's defense completely shut down the Patriots' offense yesterday. I think Mike McDonald, dude, is that guy. And
Mike McDonald is – everyone trying to make all of these coaches from offense the wizards. He's a defensive wizard. And the dude has a flair and a vibe with his players that you need that.
Yeah, I think for me, almost like in order, the Seattle defense is the story of this game, right? Just the story of this game. Then you've got Kenneth Walker was phenomenal. His patience. We had a great time last night at MGM National Harbor. Shout out to all the people that said they enjoy the show and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And we were watching with Fletch, and Fletch kept talking about the patience Walker showed going into his runs behind the line of scrimmage and how hard that is for linebackers to react when a guy's willing to be that patient and let things develop. Everybody started calling him Little Le'Veon, I guess because he's a Michigan State guy. Le'Veon Bell was a Michigan State guy, but certainly Le'Veon Bell.
He's shifty, dog.
Well, and what Bell did so well was wait for it, right? And I thought Walker last night was phenomenal in doing that, and there were real questions. Charbonnet's hurt. Is Seattle's run game going to be as effective? And I think they were really, really effective.
They used Charbonnet more in the passing game than they did.
He's out. They didn't use him last
when
night.
he was out, but you watch Walker in the game prior to that. Even in other games, he has this low center of gravity, like you said, patience, but he has great balance, dude. He don't just go down. And you'll watch him, he'll come, he just stops. And all of a sudden, when he comes out of the play, the other guy goes this way, he's gone.
Yeah.
And you don't have much wasted movement. So when you don't have that wasted movement on the football field, that's an advantage.
Well, and I think, Clint Kubiak had a heck of there were things I expected, things I didn't expect. For me, there were two likely outcomes in that game. Seattle kicking their ass or New England winning tight. Obviously, I lost a bunch of money on thinking it was going to be New England, but Seattle kicked their ass. I think Clint Kubiak, if you're a Raiders fan, you feel pretty good about it. I did not expect the Patriots, and maybe it wasn't straight up outcoached. Maybe it's just the personnel difference, right? But I did not expect Mike Macdonald, Clint Kubiak to just wipe the floor with Vrabel and McDaniels. Because McDonald versus McDaniels stopped the fight. That was Apollo Creed versus Ivan Drago, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know offensively what New England was trying, and maybe they just had such little faith in their quarterback that they didn't believe they could really go downfield. But it wasn't until like late you're getting torched at the line of scrimmage, and they're only bringing 4. The left side of your line is awful. I spread it out.
McDonald realized they can't block 4, ball game. Now, if they can't block 4, they damn sure not finna block my blitz schemes. And he had the blitz scheme that they never figured out. You know what I mean? They never figured it. Like you stated, we were talking earlier. They ran the same blitz scheme 6 times with one guy. Did they block him ever?
No.
So
the Witherspoon, it was just crazy.
When you listen, man, every GM in the league at this present time, you need to be trying to get 4 badasses on a defensive line. If you get 4 of them where they can't be blocked, you can do whatever else you want. It'll make your offense better. It damn sure make your defensive backs better. Because as soon as you bring 5 or 6, they ain't going to block them either. So that should be everybody's homework assignment. Try to get 4 badasses that put their hand in the dirt.
For sure, man. For sure. I think there's a lot of reasons. So I just threw this poll up on my Twitter, at JP Finlay NBCS. And what won the Super Bowl? Seattle defense, Seattle run game, or Drake May being bad? He had 3 turnovers, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, he's turned it over more than any quarterback ever has in a playoff run.
Oh, yeah.
He's been sacked more than any quarterback ever has in a playoff run. And the questions about the line are a huge part of it. Seattle's defense deserves the lion's share of this credit, for sure.
They do.
He was bad. He was missing stuff in the first half when it was still a ball game.
Yeah, but when I would say Seattle defense, because when you put that pressure on somebody and you get them to start guessing and second guessing, you got them. You got them right where you want them. Now, everyone wanted to say about the schedule strength. It doesn't matter. You play who they put in front of you. But you realize when you get against the best of the best, you find out how good their team really was. That they were blessed with that schedule, and they went in, they got through it. Then they get to the playoffs, and they got blessed with a starting quarterback not being in the game. Because I believe if Bo Nix was playing, they're not even in the Super Bowl.
And they had crazy weather circumstances.
So they got gifted. But last night you saw 2 teams in the Super Bowl. One played like they've been playing all damn year. The other seemed like they were overwhelmed by the other team. So people that wanted to praise them and praise May, they benefited from an easy ass schedule, point blank.
I think last night you saw that they were frauds, and it's not their fault. Like, you play the teams in front of you, and sometimes things just break your way. But like the Chance for Life. Remember that awesome poker tournament party? Used to be at MGM, right? Then COVID hits, and they did it online.
Yeah.
And I won the whole thing. I won that poker tournament.
I remember that.
B, completely fraudulent. I got great cards. I got great cards. Then I got hammered, and I was just super aggressive. I remember I did an interview with a professional poker player. I think her name's Lydia Ko. If I have that right, White Brian, maybe you can look that up for me. And she asked me afterwards, she's like, how did you do it? And I was like, I have no idea. Like sometimes the universe just breaks your way. It just
falls your way, baby. It falls your way.
And so like I'm not mad at the Patriots for everything broke their way going into the Super Bowl. But if you watched last night, it was the realization, like, fake it till you make it. At some point, somebody's going to check the credits. Yeah. Like at some point, like on a math test, you know how the teacher says you got to show your work? Like the work wasn't very good. You beat up on the Jets a bunch. Like,
yeah.
Steven Ruiz covers the NFL, but he's a quarterback guy at the Ringer. And this is appalling. Worst playoff runs for quarterbacks who started at least 3 games in a single postseason since 2000. Drake May, by a wide margin, he had 6 touchdowns against 4 picks. That doesn't count the fumbles, which were significant. Mm-hmm. The completion percentage, it was just, he didn't give them a chance to win last night. I thought the New England defense for much of that game really gave the Pats a chance. I thought Darnold, I bet him to throw a pick. Like, early in that game, New England's, Jeff, calm down with this. The New England corners were touching a lot of balls. Like, they were getting a lot of opportunities, and they couldn't bring it home.
Yeah.
But, like, when you get that many passes defensed, but Darnold settled down.
Yeah.
Like, the touchdown throw to Barner seemed to really calm everything down. And then when you've got that defense, it helps a lot to settle down.
And the thing about Darnold, and I think we got to give him his credit. Okay.
Absolutely. He was also good all season.
But the thing about Darnold is, like, when people talk about there's no excuse for experience, you look at this dude now, man, what he went through. He got drafted by a god-awful team. He left that team and went to Carolina, which was awful at the time as well. Then all of a sudden he started to play well. As soon as he started to play well, nobody could get past what he was. But if you start watching it all the way to last year, he was getting better and better and better. Then he got to the playoffs, he was overwhelmed. Why? Hadn't been there before. And then this year when he gets into the playoffs, he got into situations just like they were last year. He passed the test every damn time. He didn't, like you said, he settled down.
Yeah.
He didn't let it break him. That only happens from experience.
If there was a turnover in that first half, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah.
Totally. And one play in the first half that I really didn't understand why there wasn't a challenge on it, the Cooper Kupp deep down the left sideline catch, he was bobbling that thing going to the ground. And nobody...
Did it ever touch the ground?
I would have at least challenged it in the Super Bowl. It looked like it touched the ground. Nobody...
Sometimes, if you got control of it and it touched the ground and the ball don't move when it hit the ground, they're not going to overturn it.
I think... to me, that should have been a challenge by New England, and it's another example of, I thought Vrabel was super, super conservative, and at some point...
He was in a situation he hadn't been in. I know I heard everyone say Vrabel has been there before as a damn player, not as a coach. When you're a player and you're being led by the wizard and Bill Belichick, you don't have to make no decisions. You just go out and do what he tells you to do. He had to be Bill Belichick last night, and you saw he does not have that experience. If he goes in that situation maybe again, he'll be able to do what Sam Darnold did, settle down.
Third quarter, you're down, I think it was 12-0. 4th and 1 from your 41, and you punt. And granted, your defense was playing pretty well, but you're down 12 in the Super Bowl, and you're midway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
4th and 1 from your 41. That's a go zone, man.
But like I tell you this.
I'm not an overly aggressive 4th down guy, but that's a go.
But I am a guy who believes this. You know who your players are. You coach with them every damn day. And we can go for this, but you also know that team on the other side is kicking our ass right now. And we go for this, and they stop us, which they probably had a better chance of stopping them than New England, the way that they were playing, had a chance of winning it. Of going out there and converting. You give that ball back to them right there, and they go score again, then it's really a blowout. So sometimes you got to play against that.